Hello, Capricorns, and thank you for joining me today. I'm so honored that you've decided to stop by the Mystic Crow channel to join me on your journey. So please remember, these are only general readings. There's no possible way that I would be able to read just in this limited amount of time for every single person that may come across this video. But if you would like to book your private reading with me, which is so much more in depth and so much more personalized, then please visit my website at iwanttobeempowered.com. You can also join me on Instagram and Facebook. So let's not delay anymore, Capricorn. Here is your end of the month, the last 2 weeks of September 2017 intuitive psychic medium oracle reading. So I know it's this type of year, or this time of year, within the United States here and this hemisphere, that they're giving me the word harvest and they're giving me the word abundance. And so whatever it is on your journey that you have worked towards this so far, know that everything right now is in perfect alignment with exactly where you need to be, with exactly where your birth chart is, exactly where you were born, the family you were born in. Know that everything right now, Capricorn, is in perfect alignment. And they're giving me something about November. So I believe that November is going to be starting a time for you that is, I kind of want to say at the end of one cycle, beginning of another cycle, but it seems like you're already in that place. And even if I wanted to use the Wheel of Fortune to try to describe that, I just feel like everything is locked into place. And now the air, the universe, everything is just kind of pushing towards where you need to be. The only thing that I want to heed reminder of is, just always, as always, stay humble and stay grounded. And remember where it is that you chose to come into in this lifetime, whatever family it is, whatever situation it is. It's exactly where you need to be. I am drawn to someone, and this is probably going to resonate for a lot of you, but I'm drawn to someone who's a Capricorn in my life who is dealing with a lot of autoimmune disease, but I know that it's not just Capricorns. And so, part of me believes that, we're not supposed to be getting these autoimmune diseases, but it's something that slows us down, starts to make us think a little bit deeper on a different level of, on a different level of how energy affects our bodies. So, just had to share that with you. I was nudged to do that. So whoever this reading is for, definitely there's some sort of autoimmune or, shall I say, lack of energy. Okay, so I think it's going to be time, coming November, not only are you stepping into this kind of new energy that I feel like you're actually just a magnet for things. So be careful of what you put out there. But not only are you stepping into that, but you're also stepping into owning your existence here. So, yeah, you guys have a lot of really great things. And so I've was shuffling cards for you too. And today I'm using the Enlightenment Pack by Chuck Spezzano, illustrated by Allison J. I actually sort of inherited these cards, which got a nice little book on the side to explain things. Usually choose not to use that. I don't like to draw other people's conclusions. But so I have two cards here that jumped out of the deck, and the one is a power struggle. So They're not showing me this as a power struggle within people, but again, it goes back to that energy. So there's going to be some things I think here that they're showing me this rope that's really pulled tight, and I feel like it's about ready to snap. And I don't mean that as in somebody is ready to snap. I just mean that something's ready to snap. It's coming close to the end of something. So there's a major shift. And again, November is coming up. So also, the power struggle is the number 15 card, and so what we're looking at is number 6. So the 6 is going to be a really important part of your journey. I think this is going to be connected with November too. So keep an eye out for the power of number 6 and how it can change your life. So numerologically wise, the number 6, it typically deals with the caretaker card, which really makes sense to me as I see this rope pulling and just kind of snapping all of a sudden. I think it's going to be something that's sudden, and it's going to really release you from, I think, a responsibility. And so I think the number 6 here in this case, I'm thinking is related to a caregiver. So it's considered the most harmonious of all the 6-digit numbers, and without its flaws or upsets. The most important influence of the number 6 is its loving and caring nature, which is how it connects to the caretaker. So, yeah, some of you have this, wow, some of you have really gone out of your way to deal or take care of someone. And I'm not only saying that this is specifically regarding caregiving, living in, or even somebody who is sick and dying. This could also be dealing with someone or just a loss of a relationship in general. Okay, so this doesn't exactly mean that what you're dealing with is somebody, you know, caretaking for somebody who is physically sick or ill. This could be having to have dealt with somebody who's been mentally disrupting your energy. So the number 6 is definitely coming in, and it has a lot of peace and harmony. You know, something close to the number 6 is the number 8, the infinity sign, and I feel like you're about halfway there for some reason, you know, when you think of the 6 and the 8. So, but you're more than halfway there. You know, you're on uphill here. So, so try to just keep a more, if you're not already, a graceful, jovial type of attitude. The negative side to this would be to start to have a really negative outlook about your situation. So just know that something is about ready to come to an end here. And again, November is coming up, the number 6 as well. And we have the number 6 from the number 15. They're telling me that hematite is something that would be really great to either keep on you, you know, maybe this situation is relying or talking about someone else, not specifically you, Capricorn, but they're bringing hematite in. So however you feel that needs to serve you at this time. They're also pulling in two things. So this is going to fit a broader perspective of you, but they're bringing in the word Rod, and then they're bringing in the name Rodney. So two things, Rod and Rodney. So if you're thinking of if the Rod is connecting with you, so whoever this is connecting to with Rodney, he has a really great sense of humor. So he's just kind of taking this opportunity to come through and acknowledge this individual. Specifically, they're showing me maybe a little, like a casual preteen outfit. You'd hang around the house in the 90s. So you're looking at like maybe a tie-dye t-shirt, bringing in shorts. So however this is relating, I feel like this is going to be very specific to one and a couple different people actually, because we all have parallels. So they're just finding the shortest route here. But if we're looking at the Rod, actually, Rodney says, just make sure, please tell them that I'm fine, everything is good. Also something connecting with the heart and possible, they're bringing to the left foot with me, so I don't know if this have something to do with a limp or just a different type of walk. So that's kind of what's coming to me with that. So also, I think connected with that is a Margaret. Definitely an M name, but Margaret seems to be what's coming through. So that's very specific for somebody out there. So if you've listened to this and it connects with you, I'm happy to do more on that for you. Either that or just know that this is a simple validation. And feel free to leave comment if this does connect with you in that sense. So again, there's going to be parallels. This is for general people. That was for something very specific. The other rod that they gave me is going to have something to do with something very ancient, a rod or a staff. So there's some really powerful energies coming to those Capricorns who are really open, doing spiritual work, doing restoration on the planet. There is going to be some huge connections that are made with you this year from very ancient indigenous energies. So if you may not get the vision or see this specifically as, sight-wise, this could be something that you're drawn to intuitively to join, to, to dive into a little bit and start to gain some knowledge. So a lot of ancient ways are starting to open up to you right now. Even doing this reading at this moment, I am feeling such a deep sense of Mother Earth and drumming. I think it's going to be a really important time to find that ceremonial space within yourself to connect with the collective. Because there are a lot of healers right now and light workers, whatever label you want to give yourself, that we're doing some phenomenal work here on the planet, and that's requiring a lot of energy. So just make sure that you're really taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're really taking care of yourself. And I feel like a lot of you have had some downtime. Not specifically healthy downtime. So just know right now that, if you're not already doing this type of work or have this type of interest, Google search whatever it is you're interested in. If you have something that comes up to you, it comes up to you in your dreams or just a certain thought. And, it doesn't always take somebody like myself who is seasoned at this You know, you need to listen to yourself and just follow that internal guide and have confidence in that. They're telling me that, you know, the word shaman, the word medicine woman, medicine man, you know, healer, these are all labels. And really, you know, they're overused. But all labels are overused. We live in a three-dimensional society. We have to give something a name, a feeling. You know, think of the five senses. We have to give it a meaning. We have to give it some validation of its own. So, just kind of think about that and let that sit in for a little bit. I'm also getting this shifted really quickly for me. So I think we have the name Haley comes up, and I do feel that it is granddaughter, daughter, Haley, of course, being a girl, so that's kind of basic, but that's what they're giving me. And just know that, first of all, I feel like there's been some sort of loss for this child, and again, loss, you know, they have this female connection coming through. On some level, I'm not so sure that that maybe this child understands what's happened with the loss of someone, or maybe just doesn't understand or has never met this individual that's crossed. I know that this is a connection past life-wise with this child, but there's a child. They're giving me the name Haley, and just know that she has tremendous gifts. So this is going to be a fine balance here with her life and the gifts that come out. Just watch. Just watch and allow for the mistakes, or watch and allow. Just make sure this child is safe. To not overreact, just really keep an eye out for things. And I feel like just asking questions, asking this child questions is, in trying to get to know the child, is might not be an easy task, but I feel like it's something that needs to be done. So again, I feel like this is something very specific for someone. And with that, actually, I'm going to go ahead and flip the other card here for the clarifier. And I'm getting the number 20, and this card is connected to other lives. So this is what they consider an unconscious card in this deck. So to me, this is something that the higher self is working on. This child, I'm seeing people reaching for her. So I don't know, this could actually be two different children, same name. Haley is the name, and I'm seeing somebody reaching for her. So I almost feel as if this child's gifts are extremely heightened, because I'm starting to buzz all over my body, and so then the goosebumps come. But it starts from the top back portion of my head and it goes down my spine. So talking, I just feel, it's like a kundalini type of awakening. There's another label for you, but that's kind of what it is. It's the surge. And so I feel like she is not on most people's level. So these conversations, you have to strike up the right one. But yeah, there's definitely either something's walking away, trying to connect with her, but there definitely is something trying to reach out to her. They're also giving me something with the state of Michigan. So and I also don't know if there have been excuse me, any flooding in Michigan. I'm kind of getting something with that too. They show me large body of water. So I mean, the Great Lakes are around there, but I'm also feeling like definitely some sort of flooding or rising water that's going to be happening. I don't know if this is something specific relating with anything else previously in this reading, but that is something that they're bringing up, and so I'm nudged to share that as well. I also have a Daniel or Danielle. It to me sounds like Danielle. It's very kind of neutral Danielle. And this individual is talking about taking necessary precautions. So I don't know if this has to do with anything with Michigan. When I say rising waters, this could have something to do, of course, we've gotten some rain. So anyways, letting someone know to take necessary precautions when it comes around water, possibly boating. And so if this validates anything for anyone, I feel like I'm looking at someone who has reddish colored hair. Okay. Okay, so I also have they're also bringing in the state of Wisconsin for me and giving me what I believe to be a name of Vita coming in. These ums happen a lot, so yeah, okay, so Capricorn, I'm kind of feeling everything pulling away right now. I hope that whatever information that you've gotten in this reading, I hope that it connects with you or possibly somebody that you know. So when I do my gallery readings or any sort of one-on-one readings, I always explain to people that it's really important to keep an open mind, and that just because this might connect with someone else doesn't mean it doesn't connect with you. Take the whole reading in a whole, take the reading in little certain parts. If you happen to hear a message in your cross reading, know that message is for you. You didn't just stumble upon this. So also make sure you check your other rising sign, sun and moon as well. So again, thanks for joining me and stopping by on my channel. I'm really excited. This is my first reading that I've done for YouTube, and really excited to be a part of the community on here. I've come across some really fantastic readers, and it seems like there's a lot of exciting listeners too. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it more than you could know. And thanks for sharing part of your journey with me. Many blessings. Have a great day.